getting inspired to do more videos now that my Quonsit's open. I can work on cars. Of course, this car spent 5 years in this Quonsit, so I can't imagine it's overly happy to be back. Hey folks, it's Ben. I'm here for a quick update on the Grand Prix, plus an oil change and an air filter change. Grand Prix's been running great lately. It still has its hot idle issue. You tap the pedal and she's good again, so that's fine. But I'm going to change the oil on it here, so why not do an oil change video? So I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to back her up and we'll put her up on her ramps, and then we'll drain her oil out, change the filter, and then change the air filter while we're at it. Well, thanks for coming along with me here. For those of you playing the home game, this is the Grand Prix that we replaced the oil pan with. I went to Montana and actually bought it because it had rusted through. The JB weld could have worked, and if you watch the diagnostic video, it was just a small hole, but it just was really bad at leaking. So this is the new pan. Of course, it's super still shiny because it probably has 4,000 miles on it, if that, before I actually parked the car. So it's good. It's a little wet here though. Not sure what that's about. It should be a 15. Nope, it's a 13. I'll be right back. The oil that I'm taking out now is good, but it is 5 years old, and it is the season for changing oils for the fleet of cars I have, so I figured I'd just throw it in. Better safe than sorry in regards to that. Although probably this would make for some pretty good tractor oil. And this is where I'm supposed to be wearing gloves, but I'm not. The car did get up to temperature, so we're good there. Changing the oil is remarkably easy. Even more fun if I don't drop this bolt. There we go. This is a 10W30 car. We'll let that drain and we'll go walk around the filter. We'll see how well the camera stays focused here. So we've got two types of filters you can fit on this car. The first kind is a PF47, which is this short little guy you see here. Now, that's the same oil filter for my 86 Buick Regal. So the common upgraded replacement for it is the PF52. It's longer, so that's good, but it's harder to get on the Grand Prix. Buick, it's wide open in the back. So what I've done is I've got a little wrench here, and I put another pan underneath, and we'll just take this filter right off, and I'm probably right in a shot, but we'll drip all that oil into the pan, drop the filter down, and I'm going to give the mating surface a wipe, make sure that it's nice and clean. It's a Purelator filter. I don't know where the hell I got it, but we'll put a Napa Gold on here. It's a brand I prefer now, and I'll go from that. So let's wipe that down and put the new filter on. Let's come in here and wipe it down with a rag. What we're doing is making sure where the rubber ring sits. A, the old ring is gone, which it is. And two, make sure it's nice and clean so it makes a nice sealing surface. So with that, like that, we can put the new filter on. All right, so I'm here with my new PF52 equivalent, which is a Napa Gold 1036. And I have a car that has a similar filter. So I'm like, oh crap, I had to Google it to find out, well, which one's which, but it's a 1036. So I will turn this on the correct way. Always hand thread them, of course. And the rule of thumb is as soon as it makes contact, go about half to 3/4 of a turn and you should be good. Now, okay, so we just make contact there. Now I recall it being a little tight with my cap, and it is, between the frame and yeah, I can't get my little cup on, so let me go get a little strap. I bought this strap specifically for this job, just because it was able to get in on this filter and tighten it the 1.5 turns. So let's see, ready, tidy, right? And that is 3/4 of a turn. It's almost 1 turn, but it feels snug. And that's what I want. Strap comes off and my oil filter's on. Let's go back down underneath and wipe off the oil pan and put that bolt back in. Let's plug the hole, or plug again. You really want to be careful with this. You don't want to strip it out, but mine's brand new, so I'm pretty happy with that. But makes a seat, and then my wrench, which I might be sitting on here. And we snug that tight. Sounds empty. Sweet, so we've got our warm motor that now has 0 oil in it. So let's put an oily rag on top of this hot exhaust manifold. We'll wrap this around here. I have funnels, but I'm also lazy, so. Pop, take our rag, clean the water condensation on this. It's a little bit, usually that burns off. It goes at least a half an hour a day, but I'll get that wiped off. And then we'll put, I think about 4.5 quarts. I forget. I'm putting in 4.5 quarts of oil anyway, and we'll see how it comes out on the dipstick. Nice, right down the hole where the rag isn't. All right, we'll give that a spin. I'm using, yep, right through my rag, right onto the exhaust manifold. Awesome. I'm using my cheapest oil I could find. So that would be, I bought this at Walmart, but yeah, whatever. So we'll just do a quick measurement here before we start it up, just to make sure it's not going right down the hole. And it's right in the middle of the mark, so let's start it up, let the oil cycle around a little bit, and then we'll do another measurement, see if we got enough in there. You can compare this startup to the startup when it was there for 5 years and hadn't cranked over before. It's a lot feistier now, let's go with that. There's that lovely hot idle sweetness it has, and I haven't worked too hard on tracking it down because it actually never really gets in my way. But occasionally on a hot start it'll up and down idle like that, and I think at some point I'd get a vacuum in here and suck out all that stupid dead mouse crap. Anywho, let's check the oil one more time. Still mid-mark, perfect. So, successful oil change. Got one more thing to do though. The mouse, or mices, or whatever, ate my air filter. So let's, I bought a new one. Let's change that out. So we'll do an oil filter and air filter change is what we'll call this video. Air filter, fun. One of the things I decided to do much later was like, did the mice eat my air filter? So these two clips, some wiggling, you pull this thing back, and you can wiggle out the air filter, which in my case had indeed been eaten by mice. Bastards. I think there might be actually another clip where this comes out somehow, but I don't remember. I just know I can squish the intake and get it out somehow. There we go. Some guys at home are like, that's painful to watch, man. I know. All right, so here's the air filter. It's not gross by any means. But yeah, obviously they'd been chewing on the damn thing. So out it goes. And I will throw in another awesome Fram air filter. Just cause they're cheap and they do the job. And I believe it goes in this way again, so. Slips in. And there, it's nice and tight all the way around the box. Well, that was a pain in the butt. There you go. So now I got a new air filter on it and new oil filter. If you guys have any comments, you'll leave them anyway, so that's pretty sweet. But my Grand Prix is doing just fine. She needs some tires, honestly. It's a little winter time, but it runs great. But we got another problem, and that's the next video, or it's the previous video. I don't know which way I'm releasing them yet, but I'm gonna film it right now. So to reset the oil light in your Grand Prix, which in my case, the oil lamp is, if I do a lamp check, it'll light right up. It should anyway. Change oil soon. This guy right here. To change it, or to reset it, you have to depress the accelerator button 3 times quickly within 5 seconds. So we go. And maybe, oh, there we go. So it's blinking at me. So it just reset itself. It wasn't on, but you need to do it anyway, so the car starts over again. And it's real quick. That's it. And then turn it off and you're good. Make sure the car's not running though. It has to be off, not running, but in the on position. 3 times within 5 seconds, and that will reset the oil light. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Leave any questions or comments down below. And be sure to subscribe to my channel for awesome updates on what I'm doing. Please check out the next video I've got lined up for you. And also check out my Patreon page if you want to support what we're doing here. And finally, check out my other Less Tractory page, Red Barn Homestead. You can subscribe to that too. See some awesome stuff. And we'll see you next time.